Hi guys, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Today is a follow-up of yesterday's video that I made. It was basically a video that I wanted to share with you to show you what kind of information I would be giving when we all come together in a safe environment platform called Invoke TV. It caused a lot of heated debate, anger, rage, resentment. I actually had to block about 30 people. I don't know if some of you saw the messages. I was quick to take them off because I knew it was going to happen. I was actually going to take down the comments, but I don't normally do that. But I knew that it would cause deep anger and resentment and all of those things, because most people want black and white. That's it. Most people live in black and white. Most people live in blinkered vision, and it is a difficult. It's challenging to help people like that, and you can see the frustration and the anger within people who are not willing to be slightly open and just sit back and just think, okay, let me think about that. No. Rage comes out instantly, and you can see why abuse is abuse and why many people get abused. So basically, I made the video yesterday as a precursor of what will happen when we all come over to Invoke TV. Something very special happened yesterday, and it might bother you a little bit, but it's okay. It's the way it's going to be, and I handle things in my own way, just like you do. So yesterday I realized very quickly, after making that video, which was basically to try and share a message to people of what I've learned over a decade and a half of handling those people who were abused. Now, I didn't go into detail, and I did point out a fact that this is only one aspect. So the problem is, people want you to give them Einstein in 30 seconds, and that's not possible. So all it is these days is garbage, clickbait, junk, fast food takeout, spirituality. That really is a waste of energy. It doesn't sink in and doesn't really work at all. It's just quick fixes. That's all it is on YouTube these days. There's very far and few between people who go into detail and talk about certain things. But for me to talk about abuse, partnership abuse, it could take a full afternoon. So to do it in 30 minutes, you're going to miss out things. But there you go. That's the way it is. And people are very quick to judge. So it made me realize yesterday that I did tell everybody that I was going to make Invoke TV free. The thing is, after that, I realized that, do I want the type of people to come on? Because if it is free, it's so easy for any nut job and crazy to come on. And I'm going to read some of the things that were said yesterday in messages before I deleted them, or ones that were sent to me. So here they are. This is just a few. I stopped then after that, just so you know, and you'll understand why I'm going to read these and then come on to the subject that I am. You are dark. You are pure evil. Okay then. Am I? Advocating abuse. You are the devil. Really? Someone needs to kill you. Well, it would be pretty easy. I go for a coffee just at the end of my village every morning. Anybody would think I was Bill Gates. Anybody would think I was a child abuser. The way you're talking. You don't fool me, you Luciferian. Just give me a second. I'm just going to drink my blood. Oh, Jesus. I wish you would die a painful death. Oh my God. Sorry guys, but what goes on in these people's heads, I really don't know, and it really is sad. Last one. What would you know about wife battery, you idiot? So there you go. Quite a lot, actually. more than you know. I realise we don't want to be surrounded in the energy of people like that at all, because that doesn't help. There is no, out of all of them, I looked at them and read them and thought about them for a moment, which is always good to do, to be open. I don't think I'm a Luciferian. If I am, I don't. Somebody help! What is a Luciferian anyway? I wouldn't know. All I know is, oh, anyway. Right, so, nothing wrong with thinking about it. Is that me? No, it isn't. Okay, move on. But what I'm saying is, do I want to be surrounded by people with so much pure anger and evil that they spew out of their mouth into words? Do you want to be around people like that? No, you don't. I know you don't. Invoke TV is going to be a channel where it's going to be safe. And the only way we can make that safe is by making a one-off payment, which I think should be about £10. And the reason why is because if it was £1, then you're going to get your idiots coming on just to have a look. If it's a £5, not so sure. But a tenner, I'm not so sure they come anywhere near. Because these kind of people won't pay to give you abuse. They want to do it freely. So it'll be a one-off payment, and that's it. And that one-off payment, with my hand on my heart, I promise you this. You ask the girls down at work, I'll tell them. Every penny that comes in from that will go straight to crystals, and those crystals will be then donated to all the members throughout the year, all the time. Do that anyway. But it will go towards that for sure. That way we'll keep the majority of crackpots away, the ones who are really bad. Now, if you are really in a bad place and you truly cannot afford, right? You just can't, you just don't have the money. You send a message to us and you say, look, I love the content that Mark provides. I really do, but I genuinely don't have that kind of money, but I would love for you to consider me as, somebody who can come on. You know what I'm like, guys. I'll always be kind and caring. This is, you understand, right? So, I'll follow on from yesterday, okay? Circumstances are never black and white. They're never that easy. And I'll give you some for instances. One, for instance, a lady came to me who was married into a family of royalty. To leave a royal family in the country she was in was practically impossible, because if she was to do that, the chances are she would be killed. Literally. So, for people to scream and shout saying, how do you live with yourself by telling people to try and help heal a situation where they should run away from? Another circumstance that I was often used to is the fact that somebody falls in love with somebody and they live happily for a few years, and all of a sudden one of the people out of the relationship starts to become abusive. The other person still remembers and loves that person and wants to help them with all their heart. Another circumstance is that a person marries and moves into a home far away, has no money at all, and has to rely on the man to provide. This lady may have children, and the abuse starts, and this person has no immediate family at all, nobody who can help, nobody who can, she can turn to. What I'm trying to say, guys, is there are times where it is practically impossible just to run away from circumstances like that. Is it right to run away from circumstances like that? There is two things here. One of the things is, and I often found this, and it was a familiar pattern. When you are encouraging somebody to run away from a situation, what normally happens, and it really does, is that that person ends up in the same situation but a different partner. So the question I used to ask is, why do they keep running back to the same scenario? And the only thing I could come up with is that they never actually truly conquered what they needed to do. And many times when I would give healing sessions or simply talk to clients who needed a helping or a caring ear, I found that they went through a certain process, and that process was trying to make a difference, trying to help the situation, looking at themselves, seeing if it was them who was provoking the situation in any way, looking at all aspects of that particular experience that they were going through. And many times I would zip my mouth and just give them a healing session, and then whether it was a week, a day, a month, a year, 3 years. And I talked about this in one of my books. I mentioned one of my clients, which it was a real beautiful moment for me, because this client was being abused and always asked me what I should do. And I said, you should follow your heart and do what you feel is right. And I always think, and I always say this, if sometimes you run away from something, are you going to look back for the rest of your life and wonder what it would be like now, or should I have stayed? If you look back in your life and said, maybe I should have stayed, then that's not good, right? So going through a situation and trying to do everything you can to the point where you say, and this is the point where I'm coming to, after a healing session, the eyes would open, the tears would stop, and then they would say, okay, now I know what I need to do. And I'd say, well, whatever that is, that's beautiful. And I'd give them a hug, and I knew that something had happened within them. And then they were ready to move on through their own intuition, their own inner power, their own warrior within that made that conscious decision. I think if you make the conscious decision for other people, it means that they don't actually ever make that decision. So they're just following orders, and thus they never actually conquer the experience. Is this a little bit too deep? Maybe it is, eh? I don't know. Maybe you understand what I mean. But I think where I'm coming to is that the lady who was lying down on the couch got up after being abused for many, many years. And I gave her a hug, and then a few months later, she rung me up from Italy, Rome, I think, and she said, Mark, I just want you to know I found my new partner. He loves me. He treats me so well. And I'm so happy. And like, I was like crying on the phone. I'm saying, I'm so happy for you. You know, what your next adventure, beautiful. And only you could have done it. And like she was saying, oh, you did it. I said, I didn't do anything. I said, I was a support system for you to find that inner power and strength within you. You were the guru. You were the warrior, not me. I never said anything. And she said, yeah, you're right. And I said, I am right, because only ultimately you can make that decision. And when anybody else does it for you, well, when you allow other people to make that decision for you and you follow that guidance, it means that you're copping out. It's a cop out. It means that now you can blame that person. So really, you're not taking responsibility. So when all of these evil people, which they are, deep down, they've got evil in them to say these things because it's a mirror image. Or maybe not. Maybe they're just angry. I just think, you know, there's a lot more to life than just black and white. And it isn't that simple. Never. Never. So this is just another aspect of why people are with somebody who abuses them. But there's another 1,000 different aspects. There's another 500 conversations we can have that can go into splinter into 50 directions. Nothing's that simple. Nothing. But hopefully when we're on Invoke TV, we can delve into different aspects of of this and other things, and how we can really look at things and grow and really understand things deep within us and feel them and say, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I want to do. Through the understanding that the penny drops within you and you make that conscious decision. And plus we're going to do healing as well, so we'll be doing a lot of healing together, which is a great form of inner power, self-inner power, self-healing, inspiration, and that warrior energy that comes out within you to make the decisions to move forward to a better life and to not allow certain circumstances to keep repeating themselves, because you have decided that will never happen again. And we are basically the creator of what we deserve, and the world, we've created what we deserve, and that's really hard, because we don't want this kind of world, but the majority obviously do, because that's what we've created, and people like you and me have to live with it, and we have to live with this. And that is part of our journey. And am I affected by it? Not really. You might think, well, why did you write it down? Just for you. Does it affect me now? Am I going to sit in a corner and shake? No, I'm not. I'm going to be even more powerful and even more strong. And I am going to hold that up and say, okay, now you've heard what these people say. Now you've heard what I've said. What do you think? You make the decision. Am I evil? Am I a Luciferian? Do I advocate wife battering? Do I ooze pure evil? I don't know. I mean, I do my best, and I don't think of negative things to hurt people. I love people. I love my brother and sister. I get mad with people when they do stupid things, of course, and I shake my head most of the day. I love children. I love grandmas and granddad. I'm a granddad. I love people. I love animals. So, am I evil? I don't know. I don't think I am. Could I do evil things? I think anybody could. I think anybody can flip at any given moment. So we've got good and bad in us at any given moment. That's why some people go crazy. And do I have a temper sometimes? If I see bad things happen, if I get really frustrated, and if I see a man in a woman, or a man in a dog, or anything like that, yeah, you'll see a different side to me. That's why I've got 2 children who are fighters, and in my family predominantly they're fighters. They really are strong fighters, and I've got that in me. But I prefer to be a lover, not a fighter. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be in a circumstance where I need to fight. I don't want that. I want, I spent most of my time trying to break up my friends who always used to fight each other, and it used to make me cry. I used to get so upset, thinking, why would you fight each other? You're best friends. I understand if you want to fight a complete stranger who, comes and attacks you. That may, you're defending and you fight, then no problem with that. But why would you fight your best friend because you have a disagreement and an argument? And what, I never got it. Never understood that. And to this day, I don't understand it. But, people are what people do. And I think actions speak louder than words. So that's it, guys. I wanted to share this with you today. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm going to take a couple of days off now, I think, and just relax. I just need to energize and give myself some self-healing. I hope you do too. And if you simply put some time and effort into yourself in these couple of days, I think it's going to be really worthwhile. It really is. So give yourself some time. Get out to Mother Nature. Get to the sea. Get to a forest. Eat natural fruit and vegetables. Try and eat them as raw as possible. For these next 2 days, drink as much healthy, natural spring water as possible. Keep away from sugar, crap, all bad foods. And keep away from MSM, and please don't fight on social media at all. Just don't fight for these next couple of days for me, okay? Promise me. Promise. I'll be watching. I am Lucifer. I'll be watching. Hey, yeah, wow. Religious folks, some religious. I mean, I don't even know where to start sometimes. You're gonna burn in hell. You're a devil. You're this. You're that. How does that make you filled with love and God godly like when you say such awful things, you know, cruel, weird, really. It's kind of weird, really, in the name of God. Weird. All right, guys, I think I'll stick to just being filled with love and seeing the world for what it is and just doing my best. And I hope you do too. From my heart to yours, have a beautiful day, and thank you for going to Bajerski.com and choosing your authentic crystals and oils and incense. I hope they're doing you proud as they are me today. I've got two beauties on today. Today I have, look, oh yes, a beautiful piece of Moldavite and a Silicon Valley doing their job today for me today. Take care. Bye for now.